Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Veneto 1 light pendant. This is the 401851. In this collection, there's also a 5 light pendant that can go over your dining table, as well as a beautiful sconce. So check those all out. Let's get into what this is all about. So Hubbardton Forge is sourcing its glass from the best glass vendors all over the world. Many of them are in America. This one happens to be in Italy. This is beautiful cast, and it's slump glass, basically cast glass, and there's a bit of a texture to it. It's sandblasted here, so you're not going to see much as far as your lamping goes. That means your socket with this guy, and it's pretty substantial. It's not lightweight stuff. It's rather beautiful. This is the kind of stuff you would see in a gallery, especially if you went to Italy. So how they do it is they basically set up a mold system, and they put the glass on in little pieces, and it goes into a kiln, and it all kind of falls into that mold, and then you come back and do your edging, and then you do your sandblasting, which is here, and you're drilling, and you're good to go. And you've got 2 pieces, one on the front, one on the back, and then the forged metal part is going to be in the middle there, okay? So it's going to sit right there. And like I said before, you're not going to be able to see the socket because this part's sandblasted, which is really cool. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. Fixture body is going to be, before you get to these, what it's hanging from. That's coming in at 16.5. So that's going to be basically the bottom of the glass to the top right here. 16.5. Diameter of the glass is coming in at 12. That's the farthest point, left to right. The depth on it is going to be ditto glass as well, 3.7 inches wide. So overall height, that's a distance from the bottom of the fixture, which is going to be the bottom of the glass, to your ceiling itself, which is your canopy up here. And you're going to have a nice range. So that it's going to start off at 19 inches at its shortest and get to 64 inches at its longest. If you need it to be longer than 64 inches, drop us a quick email. Tell us what you're looking for. So you're looking at the 401851, and tell us how long you need yours to be. You could say 112 or 200. Doesn't matter. We'll be able to make that happen most likely. Okay, Hubbardton's using this system of interconnected pipes to make this all happen. So basically what you are going to get as a kit, and this is your kit that you're going to be getting with this, kit of the pipes anyway, is going to be a collection of 3 pieces of the 12-inch, 1 piece of the 6, and 1 piece of the 3, and then a bunch of the little connectors. And these are the connectors that put them all together. What I would do is I would put my glass together first and get it on that bottom part. I would probably put a towel or something down on a counter or a table. I would lay my glass part and my sockets down at one end, and then I would slowly feed the wires through these pieces one by one. So I would go from the fixture to a connector, to a pipe, to a connector, to a pipe, to a connector, and then you're going to exit the canopy on the ceiling, this guy, and then I would just put them together. So then you just screw them together like this. And once you get them together, it's so tight and so beautifully engineered that you barely even see that there's a line there. There's your seam right there. You can just barely tell. So it's pretty cool. I want to show you a little bit more information about that, and how we're going to do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions now. So if you are on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list of all these nice parts. It's going to show you get a parts bag that has the same more parts in it. It's also going to show you the installations instructions we're talking about right now. There's going to be a copy right there for you. Canopy up in the ceiling is coming in at 5.5. It's going to go over your standard junction box. This is what you guys have at home. Slope ceiling adaptable, already to 45 degrees, so if you have a slope ceiling, you don't have to worry about anything. It's coming in weight-wise at 7.5 pounds, so it's not that heavy, but you still will probably want to tell your installer. When you look at that installations sheet, you're going to notice there's a chart. There's also that same chart on our page for this on Handmade in Vermont. It's going to show you which series of these you're going to use. So to get to the overall heights that are listed on the chart, which pipes you basically use to get there. So you should take advantage of that as well. Okay, moving on. Why don't we talk about lamping. Lamping means basically the socket and the bulbs you're going to be able to use in this. So it's going to be using a G9 socket. G9 sockets take G9 bulbs, and they're these little bulbs. And we're talking LED in this. You're not going to be using any halogens, just LED. And they have little prongs on the bottom, sometimes little wires, and they just basically push in just like that. So they're very simple and easy to use and easy to find. You're going to be limited to a 3-watt bulb on this for an LED. A 3-watt LED is the equivalent of a 30-watt halogen. That said, if you are going to be thinking of using this over a kitchen island and this is your only light there, we should probably talk on the phone or through email, and you can send me pictures if you want, so I can make sure that you have enough adequate light for tasks if that's what you're doing on that kitchen island. These bulbs are easy to find out in the marketplace. You can find them at hardware stores like Ace and True Value, Lowe's, Home Depot. It's also very easy to find these online. We generally pick these up on Amazon. It's just an easier way to go. You would put in G9 3-watt LED, and then a big page is going to pop up showing you all kinds of things to look at. You'll notice these actually look different. This one actually has what's called a cob LED, and you can't really tell right now because there's a cover on this that's kind of frosted, but these are kind of like a corn cob. This is a phosphorus one. They have these long, skinny pieces of phosphorus inside. They're both fine. I think more of these are out in the marketplace right now, and that's what we generally buy for our showroom. They're going to offer these lights to you, these bulbs, in different colors of light. We talk about that in every video. They're going to offer these to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's a super setting sun kind of orangey light, but they're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, and daylight is not a warm light. That's that kind of cold hospital waiting room light or convenience store light, so be careful when you're out there. Now, what we like to use in our showroom is warm white or soft light. White, that is the light that basically mimics an incandescent bulb that I grew up with, and that's what we like here. And that's the light that's coming down from these LEDs above. That is 3000 Kelvin, so just remember that too. So 3000 Kelvin, warm white, dimmable fixture without any problem. Just make sure that you pick up a dimmable bulb. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.